which was the Shane Williams of his era. He scored 17 tries in 17 internationals. And there are empty and named seats in the stand to mark all those Welsh internationals who've fallen in conflict in both world wars. The last post will be sounded, then there will be 2 minutes silence, followed by Reveille, and then the anthems. Alison Jones on the left, Michael Hooper on the right.
To join us as we show our respects to those who have given the ultimate sacrifice, with a prayer on the last post to be followed by a period of silence ended by Reveille.
Got to be done. Shout out to everyone who lost their lives in World War One. 100 years tomorrow, but we pay our respects today and tomorrow and every day. Straight from Australia, that was it. Come on, Wales.
So from complete silence to
Wales versus Australia, Autumn Internationals. Let's get into it. Wales off to a great start, winning their first Autumn Internationals game against Scotland last week. Scotland actually absolutely battered Fiji earlier with 8 tries to their name. I didn't stream that one, unfortunately, but I did see the final score. But here we go.
Comes Thomas Francis of Exeter, and Adam Beard, who plays very much in Wales, but because he was so good on tour in Argentina, joins Alwyn Jones in the second row.
Okay.
Behind the scrummage, Josh Adams of Worcester comes in on the wing. The half-back partnership of Gareth Davis, Gareth Anscombe, the two Gareths. How important their role will be today against the experienced Wallabies.
I'm not going to lie, Australia is going to be a tough game for Wales, but
Australia say they've had a grim old year, but this is
it's going to be a close one, I reckon. It's going to be a close one. It can go either way.
Michael Hooper, David Pocock, and Jack Dempsey. They will cause problems everywhere, especially the breakdown.
Heaven, feed me till I want no more. Feed me till I want no
Israel Folau, 35 tries to his name.
There we go, kick-off time.
Ben O'Keefe of New Zealand is today's referee. The Under Armour Series here in Cardiff.
And it's about to kick off.
The most important game of the year. Bernard Foley to start.
Here we go.
Australia. Adam Beard rises high. Justin Tipperick with the blue scrum cap arrives to lend some support to Gareth Davis. Adam Coleman edging forward, the tall second row forward for Australia. Australia's fullback, Dane Haylett-Petty. Wilkin.
That might be a bit better. Might be a bit better, but Australia currently on ball, running ball in hand. Oh, there's the break.
Australia. George North.
Unlucky North. Unlucky.
Scrambled back, but danger signs. James Horwell.
Great start there for Australia. Made some early inroads off the kick, and I think it's a line out to Australia. First time, so the Oaks know they're going for the scrum. Like I say, the line out's been struggling a little bit, so it's probably a wise choice.
Yeah, that's the worry, though. They just created something out of nothing there. just a normal backline move. They created the numbers for Lau. They just created a space down the left-hand flank. Good attacking position now for Australia.
Scrum. What a line out. Michael Checker looks on. Scott Seal, Tolulatu.
Can you hear the crowd? Can you hear the crowd? Whenever there's a scrum or anything in there, you hear the crowd and it's just Wales, Wales, Wales. Just listen. I can hear.
Good scrum for Australia. Pocock comes away with it.
Oh, missed tackle there.
Evades Josh Adams. Still in Australian hands. The drive by Isaac Rodder. Latu, Courtney Beale. Imposing figure of Samu Karevi in the centre. So again, this is Aloha Latoa.
Last one! Good work.
Patient build-up work. Bernard Foley stabs it through.
Nice
Lee
little,
Harper read it well. And then took the hit. Australia steal the ball. Turnover possession for them. Long from Kenya. Beale, the chance now. Hadley Parks goes in. Hooper is there.
Ah, no. Oh, he dropped it. He dropped it. That was an easy try for Australia.
Gone back in there for Australia. I think you can see from the turnover at the breakdown, they're looking to use width, stretch Wales wide, and just that last pass there. Karevi's been dangerous early, but he's dropped the ball in the touch there, so a let off for Wales.
Incredible turnover, and ball goes wide. Curtly Beale knows there's space out there. Lovely taken game by Hooper. Well, he puts his ball in the other hand, but then again, I think Anscombe makes a tackle and just dislodges it.
The Welsh lineup has been good this year, and Gareth Davis will be able to put a boot to it.
And we were singing hymns and aria, land of my father,
Tolulatu's first throw. Hopefully they can get a platform that they can play off.
Go on, Wales. Australia looking very dangerous right now. Should have actually scored a try, Australia. 4 minutes in, but a good tackle. Some slippery fingers from the Australian just allowed him to drop the ball. He goes out.
Well, it's Scott Seal with the tail. Not bad ball in the end for Will Kenya to come around, tipper it over the ball. It's a turnover by
yes, go on, tipper it, lad.
Gareth Anscombe.
There we go, lads.
Jonathan
Go on.
Davis, Wales outside the 22. Lee Halfpenny tackle.
Halfpenny, half the size of everyone else.
Dan Lydiot takes on Rodder.
Yes, ball's out. Forwards out. He runs on.
The ball was out. Israel Folau. Oh. And he just seems to have so much more time than many others on the pitch. This is Karevi. Kenya.
Good line speed, Gareth Davis.
Gareth Davis, very much a sort of solo run there. But
Alright, go on, Halfpenny, have a little run.
Halfpenny.
Okay, little chip over, okay.
A little bit of confusion all round.
And never goes outside of the team. Yeah, the kick wasn't good enough, not enough distance. But I tell you, I don't think that line would have given Latu a lot of confidence. I don't think that was a planned move, was it, James?
No, definitely not. And to be fair, I don't think it was his fault. I think there looked like to be a miscommunication in the middle of the line out. The last thing you want when you line out struggling is to try and make it too complicated. Make it simple. Just win the ball at the front and play off it. Get your hooker a bit of confidence getting into the game.
Yeah, thank you.
Bernard Foley down. Here's that line out.
Yeah, that was a bit
I mean, that's one for the highlight reel. That.
It was a good pass. It was a very good pass. Nice underarm back pass. I like it.
A second chance for Tololatu.
That's better from Australia.
Precision. Foley high towards the posts. Well taken, Lee Halfpenny.
Close on the mark.
See what they're doing. The AFL player, Israel Folau, they just bang it up, put the hang time on it for Folau to get there. Great work by the Welsh defenders. They blocked Folau to make it an easier catch for Halfpenny.
Halfpenny down to halfway, caught by Bernard Foley.
Australia want to run with it. They want to run.
Australia commit a lot of forwards to that breakdown, but Wales have the penalty.
Yeah, great work again at the breakdown by the Welsh. It's obviously an area they're targeting. They want to try and slow up Australia's ball. Don't allow them to get on the front foot, and they've been very successful.
Go for the kick there, touch. There we go. That's what we need. That's what we need. Get down into there, 22 lads. Come on.
If Wales shorten the lineup, because I think they're going to try and run that poker, make him tackle and take him out of the game from the phases. So let's see if it's going to be a short lineup.
Big kick.
That's the catch and mark by Lee Halfpenny. And this is Wales at the breakdown.
Excellent body position for a big man, and it's hard to move him when they're that low.
I mean, no, guys, who do you reckon's going to win? 8 minutes in, still 0-0, Wales, Australia.
Catches. There's still a 6-man lineup, so they only cut it by 1, but they have possession. Lydiot. Support there. Nicky Smith and Ken Owens. Gareth Davis, very dangerous. Michael Hooper. Not able to grab him first time. Lydiot again. The captain, Alan Wynne-Jones.
No, he's not. Counters good both ways. Two good counters.
Ben O'Keefe happy with the counter rucking.
Okay. Right. We got a good counter ruck, but yeah.
Nicky Smith slightly on his own. Presents it well though. Gareth Davis in the middle of the pitch. Choices both sides. Ashley Parks does well. Heads back into the debris of the last breakdown. Anscombe. Josh Adams in percentage.
Oh, that's a little bit too hard. That was Anscombe.
Great play by Wales. He took the drive.
Good vision though, lad. Good vision, but that was just a little bit too hard.
Adams and North, and then the condensed defence. Just watch the last man there on the right-hand side. If the kick is accurate, Josh Adams scores.
Yeah, they won't be too upset with that. It's now put that thought into the Wallabies' mind that that's an option, so they've got to keep an eye out for that.
Right. Now there's one time. It's your job. Look down. Don't let them move down. Next time is a free kick. Do you understand? Stay on the mark. Stay on him.
Having a word with Tom Francis, who was doing his best to ignore him, but there he is. Scott Seal at the front of the Australian line goes infield.
Oh!
Wales
steal it! Go on, lads! Get out! Go on! Go on! Get out! Quick ball now, lads! Quick ball! Quick ball!
And Wales still have plenty of width to the left. Tom Francis.
This is too slow. Too slow. Come on, quick ball.
That's a good tackle by Alawa Lotoa. George North wandering off his wing.
Switch it, the other side,
Alan Wynne-Jones. Ken Owens.
Go on, Ken.
Banks turns. Sets it
on.
up for Davis.
You lost it, thank you.
Anscombe. Josh Adams.
Nice.
Jonathan Davis on the wide outside. Here's Hadley Parks again. Into the 22 with Gareth Anscombe. Nicky Smith.
Quick ball.
Ball's available.
Ah, it's turnover.
Turned it over. Have they?
Turnover. Maybe. No. Okay.
It's a scramble.
Good counter rucking, lads. Good counter rucking. Both sides.
Halfpenny is Gareth Davis last up from the last little mini phase. Here is the scrum half wearing 9. Ken Owens again. Good, solid Wallaby tackling so far.
Yeah, good defence from him so far.
Good tackle by Naivalu, but there is a penalty advantage to Wales. Free play. Moriarty. Anscombe.
Okay, crossfield kick.
Falau read that well. He was heading backwards the moment Anscombe had the ball. So we go back to the penalty.
Okay, okay.
That's good discipline, you know, up to that stage. One offside, but the line speed was good. They kept their shape in defence. And Wales, that's what Wales got to do against Scotland. You know, Scotland had 70% possession last week, and they've just got to keep possession and keep control of the game.
Yeah, I think also Wales need to probably look to do a little bit more than just one off the rucks. They're slowing it down on purpose. I think they need to pick up the ball and stretch the Wallabies' defence, because when you saw
yes, good call. Just put points on the board.
Good, and they made some meters.
Good call, Wales.
The one-off runners is not helping Wales because it's able to slow the ball down. The Wallabies are getting numbers on their feet and allowing guys like Pocock and Dempsey to have a crack at the ball, and that's that can only lead to one thing.
Lee Houghton, as ever. Wales is kicker.
I'm actually happy with what they're doing. Contest legal, and then they go off and get beat.
I'm quite impressed with the referees. You know, he's got good dialogue with the players. He's telling when the ball is won or lost. He's trying to referee the breakdown as well as someone possibly can, James.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's clear when you've just got clear communication, whether you believe he's right or not. If he's telling you something, you've just got to listen. So with his communication, I think if he
Come on
keeps
now,
it
Halfpenny.
there, it'll be
3 points on the board. Come on. Oh, he's missed it.
Well,
There's a slight you don't often see. Lee Halfpenny, and it was a simple one, misses.
yes, it was simple for him, wasn't it? He just nails it. He just pushes it to the right-hand side of the upright.
Yeah, he's gutted by that.
Put it out of mind.
Yep.
Forget it. On we go. Bernard Foley. Looks as if he's going to go quite long down towards Jonathan Davis.
Hey, come on now, lads. Let's get back in the 22 again. Put the pressure on.
Damn idiot, sets it up again.
Ball's out.
Good hand.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Go on, off. Go on, off.
To get going, Naivalu makes the tackle and stays down. Australia, though, have the penalty. There's the disadvantage of giving it width and having a solo runner.
I tell you, great play though by Genia. He read that extremely well. Lovely pass by Hadley Parks. And just watch who comes across. Genia, great scrum half, cover tackle. Pocock's there.
Yeah, unbelievable shape here from Poe. You see how quick he is to get back onto his feet, and you're not moving him when he's that close over the ball. And yeah, that's a textbook turnover there from David Pocock.
I just think, Will Genia, what speed to get over there.
Same morning, mate. Thank you.
They're on the outside, didn't they, Wales? You know, they did the job. Hadley Park's a beautiful pass, so they did create the space for George North. And that's what you know, as a Welsh supporter, you want to see George North the ball in hand as often as possible.
Cheers.
Alan Coleman wins line-out ball, and the rest of the forwards give Australia a little platform now. Michael Hooper has it at the back. Hooper goes to the blind side. Wales' tackling has to be good. Tolulatu drives on. Coleman again. Kenya on the loop.
Good. Oh, that little pop pass.
Jonathan Davis, good tackle on Courtney Beale. Trevi takes some stopping. Hooper held up by Adam Bid, who then crunches him to the floor.
Beautiful pass again.
Tolulatu on the end of it. Beale bounces, still bouncing, back to Beale.
Okay, big defence now, lads, big defence.
No advantage, boys. It's not a charge down because it just hit straight into his hands. Knock on. No advantage for me.
Unlucky there. I'm not sure if he played at it. He's giving it a knock on, but definitely not a charge down.
No, it's not his hands like this, so not a charge down.
A lot of ball movement early on from Australia,
okay.
not moving the balls. The forwards using their runners, and you can see it here. It's not a charge down.
He was fine.
Knock on. Scrum to Australia.
Okay, that second
I'll agree with that.
That second scrum was excellent.
Wasn't a charge down. Literally, he just put his hands out like that, and it just hit his hand and went forward. Good call by the referee.
We're getting at the feed. Another good scrum for Australia. Penalty to Wales.
Right, James, you try to explain then, you know, Australia were comfortable. If they were in any doubt that was going to go their way, why would they take the ball out?
Yeah, I'm not sure there. I think they thought they felt they had ascendancy, but you can see the picture they painted to the referee there with Alan Atoa coming across the scrum. While it might not be the right decision, he's painting a bad picture by being the first player on the ground, which is what the referees are looking for. They want to play. They don't want resets. They want to keep the game going. And unfortunately, the picture there is
back in the Australian 22, right? Come on now, lads.
Which it was, to be fair, and he's probably been passed up from his AR.
Yeah, SSB boys.
His assistant referee, Michael Checker.
Oh, he's a fuming. The Australian head coach is absolutely tamping
It's about
that.
To the referee. It might be legal, but from the referees, you can see his elbow is clearly pointing to the ground, so it's an easy decision for the referee to make.
It was also a very good kick.
Very good kick.
By Gareth Anscombe. Just waiting for Alan Wynne-Jones to come forward. There's big tall Adam Beard with the black headband on. He emerged on the south.
Not a headband, it's a scrum cap.
To Argentina, where you're always up against some hard men.
Come on.
He came through it very well.
Jesus Christ, I got a bit of my ear sticking up the way. I just looked at that on the camera. Oh, nice save from Australia. Good turnover.
By the Welsh captain. That's a good clearance, good sequence for Australia. Pinching ball on the Welsh throw and kicking up to the 10-metre line.
Yep, maybe, yep. Yeah, we're just going to go with that. We're going to go with that.
Ken Owens to the fearful blow to the nose. You can see it there last week. Met Ryan Wilson. And again, the Welsh line-out is not really going where it's meant to. Nicky Smith at the tail, and Australia steal it back. Foley, Petty, Karevi, Hadley Parks.
Nicky Smith, you probably should have took the tackle there, but
Rodder. And Wales have done well there just to delay things and trap the ball.
You can hear the referee explaining the ruling there on. I can't remember hearing him say more, but if it was, it's the right decision. And yeah, look, Wallabies are probably a little bit guilty of playing a bit too much in their own half, and they could probably clear their lines a little bit earlier and put the pressure back on Wales to play out of theirs.
Both defences are, solid at the moment. Good organisation, good communication. There's good line speed. The one difference is you see that Wales, there's one guy always shooting out to the line to try and stop the, Australia putting width on the ball, and they just send one up, and I fell in behind him then.
Lovely position for Wales, middle of the field. Gareth Davis. It's turned slightly away. Well, perhaps Australia, pulling. Penalty to Wales.
Yeah, again, I think you can see what the Welsh are trying to do. They're trying to drag their tight head through with Australia walking around. If you stay square and you see the back five of the Welsh staying square, it again looks to the referee that they're going forward, whereas the whole Wallabies back five was all around the corner and coming at that 90-degree angle. You can see they step out there, and as they come around the corner, the Welsh front row go forward, pull their tight head through, and
this is not good for Australia. I mean, the scrum is where they should be, getting the better.
Either rightly or wrongly, that there's a problem with their front row, especially
Right, come on now, Halfpenny. You missed the first one. Put it behind you, lad. 3 points on the board. That's what we need. 20 minutes into the game. Come on.
They're getting used to the scrummaging up in the Northern Hemisphere. Certainly
come on, I mean,
the way that the front row is trying to manipulate.
It's a big kick. It's a big kick, but you're capable of it. Put 3 points on the board. Come on now, lad.
The Wallabies have been playing a lot, so I think they're probably getting a little bit used to that, and some young front rowers getting used to that.
Come on, lad. Come on. Get over. 3 points. There we go. There we go. 3-0 Wales. Come on. Bread of heaven. Bread of heaven. Feed me till I want no more. Feed me till I want no more.
Gets us back underway. Adam Beard waits and plucks it out, drops it in the end, but it's come well.
Oh, here we go. Go on, lad. Good shoulder. Good shoulder.
Slightly groggily gets back to his feet, Bernard Foley. Here's Dan Lydiot out in midfield.
Come on, quick ball now, lads. Quick ball.
One shot, Wales already.
Nice.
On the floor.
Up for it, North. Up.
Will Kenya rose well and then regathered well. Curtin Deal. He spotted some space behind Lee Halfpenny. Halfpenny scampers back. Good kick by the Australian centre.
Yeah, good kick.
Yeah, lovely kick there from Curley. I think they've probably learned from that last penalty. They needed to get the ball down in the Welsh 22 Welsh half, because they've had a lot of possession down in their own half, and they need to put a bit more pressure on the Welsh in terms of territory.
Good out to the short side. Jonathan Davis breaks away, puts Josh Adams into space.
Yep.
Defensive operation. Up goes Justin Tipuric.
They're closing the gap. Four at the front.
Well, the boys in studio said, you know, that
Alright, this is the kind of stuff we had last week. We can't afford to keep doing this, lads.
I think they're both creaking a little bit. There's not much confidence coming from both sets of forwards.
No, exactly. You don't need that. And once again, you've lost one. They've decided to throw it to the back, and he's got a penalty for what World Rugby are really cracking down on now is the jumper, or the dummy jumper heading into the line out. Even if he doesn't touch the opposition player, you're not allowed to do that. And that's something they've really come out and said they're going to crack down on, and the referees has rightly adjudicated in that sense, and it's now a Wallabies put into the scrum.
Yep. Adam Beard was singled out by Ben O'Keefe. Here's Will Kenya to feed the scrum.
Interesting idea, Jay, to take the scrum, isn't it? He says all about the line out.
Very solid. Kenya.
Oh, he just got absolutely cracked.
For David Pocock. Michael Hooper plays scrum half. Will Guinness safely back on his feet. One of the forwards.
Hey, come on now, lads. Big defence, big defence.
Quite large numbers to secure the ball. Here they come though.
Australia putting the pressure on. Come on, lads.
To Foley. Israel.
Smart play. Okay.
From there for Haylet Petty. But now,
good defence, Wales. Good defence.
To work with. Adam Coleman drives it up. Toa feeds it on to Latu. Deal Karemi. Good angle.
Jesus, he broke a couple of tackles there. Gained an extra couple of feet.
Wales have to release it. Coleman again. Ross Moriarty makes the tackle.
No.
Back in the nick of time by Australia. Foley on his own.
Australia are looking for the line. They're looking for lines through the Welsh defence. And they're finding them. Here we go, the crowd's going, Wales, Wales.
16 phases.
Oh, you hate to see that. Knock on from Australia, you hate to see it.
Shifted on to the outside man. He's had a little look at the defence to see what's coming, and
oh, it was a clean pass to him as well.
But again, defence. I think they were
Butterfingers.
On their right-hand side in one of the phases, but they fold very quickly and get into good defensive alignment. Very difficult for both sides to try and break each other down.
Definitely, I think the defence for both teams has been excellent so far. There's been a lot of huge collisions, and they're certainly very willing between both sets of players. And I think both teams have only missed 2 tackles each. So that's for about 25 minutes of rugby. That's a pretty decent stat for 2 teams.
42 tackles made by Australia, 40 by Wales.
Tackle count.
I think what they were worried about Wales, they had Scotland last week, was, getting up to the speed of the international game, especially against the Southern Hemispheres. And I think Robert Howley was saying, it's like, if you're a cricketer and you're facing a 60-mile-an-hour bowler, and then all of a sudden on the weekend you come up against a 90-miles-an-hour bowler, this is what the jump up is against the Southern Hemisphere sides. And I think the game last week put Wales in a very good position, because they're playing at the same tempo and the same pace as Australia. The quick ball, it's not worrying them at the moment.
And it's an Australian 90-mile-an-hour bowler. It's tampered with as well.
Cheap, very cheap. Probably fair.
Cricket jokes.
Gone down. There'll be pressure coming on Tom Francis as the Welsh tight head there.
Come this way, boys. Come this way.
There's no shortage of advice being given by both sets of players to the referee of what's going on, so that's always good to see.
It's changed sides.
It's got to be a different breed to play there.
Kenno and strikes gone down. Will Kenya making life difficult for Gareth Davison. I think they both went down as one of those mutual collapse.
Yeah, I think that's what the referee is saying there, everyone. He didn't know what was going on, so he's not for a reset. So I think this one, they're going to need to keep it up. He's not going to want to go 3 resets in a row. So there'll be a decision if the scrum goes down this one. So both teams are probably going to want to keep it up.
Scott Seal on the far side.
I refuse to make a joke. Too easy.
Against Tom Francis.
Keep this height.
Owen Gatlin, former hooker. Scars to show through.
5, 6.
There it is. I think he's just a great hit there from Scott Seal, and what happened is it looked like he brought it to ground because he got such a good shunt off there off the bind or the set call. So it's disappointing for Australia. Another let off for Wales.
Probably just took the chance, and it's a good attacking position. A little bit overexcited, but it's the inner world.
That's another good kick by Anscombe. He's striking the ball beautifully.
You see here, great engagement, and unfortunately he just loses his bind and goes straight to ground, and once again gives an easy decision to the referee because it's an easy penalty to give.
Not far off the half-hour mark. Wales through Adam Beard. Just want to make a few inroads. Gareth Davis changes tactics. Finds George Law on the narrow side. Michael Hooper over the ball. One strong arm.
I think that was Tolulatu, who's very good over the ball. One of the strengths of his game is his ability to be strong over the ball, along with Pocock. He's a real menace at the breakdown.
Real arm rest at the moment. Nearly half an hour gone, 3-0. Only 2 penalties. at goal. It's just a real arm wrestle, and opportunity now for Australia with good field position.
Tolerata 2. Oh, there he is.
He's probably lucky to get away with his arms on the ground there to begin with, but that's what happens.
It's gone loose. Picked up by
Go
Ivor
on.
Jones.
Go on,
Gives
lads.
Bernard Foley a little handoff.
Sorry guys, I'm just sharing out the stream a sec on oh god, nice little grabber! Nice little fucking hell, that was close. Awkward bounce, mate, awkward bounce. Yeah, sorry lads, I'm just sharing out the stream on Twitter.
They can throw the ball wide, and what that does is it brings up the back three of the Australians. You isolate the full back. There's the fend by Alan Wynne Jones.
Poor old Bernard Foley. He's had a couple of those.
Yeah, I was just an awkward bounce.
Trying to get in,
Awkward bounce.
into the inside backs. Kurtley Beale, Bernard Foley, Will Genia trying to rough up the playmakers of Australia. So we need to, Australia need to have a simple line out here. They've gone a bit too complex, trying to throw the back. If the front's open, which it is at the moment with Francis giving them the 5 minutes, they just need to take it, secure the ball, and build phases from there, which they do.
Well taken by Rodder. Alan Wynne Jones saw Dane Haylett Petty coming.
Here comes the counter rack.
Counter rucking by Wales. It's still there for Australia though. Adam Coleman over halfway.
Go on lads.
Kurtley Beale to Karevi. Folau. So dangerous. Such quick feet for a very tall man. That's a good drive by Rodder. Deal.
Yeah, I think Lydiard was offside, and because the drive was so good, Ed, you know, he just couldn't get back behind the last foot. Just watch him. The drive was so good, he kept on going. That Lydiard just didn't have the time to go back behind the last foot, and he was
Australia were a penalty. It's going to be dangerous.
2 of them offside.
Points.
The Wales will be very happy that there's a foul. Hasn't seen a lot of ball.
I think Australia haven't really got into their rhythm as of yet, and I think what that's down to a lot of Wales' great defence, pressure at the breakdown, and you can see here that he's just don't get back behind the foot because of a good carry from the set piece, and yeah, he's clearly a couple of yards offside.
Yeah, it's a bit sloppy,
So Foley's first kick a goal. There's Darren Lydiard, caught offside.
Big kick for Australia. 32 minutes into the game. They tie it up at 3 apiece.
Yeah, you have to do. I will tell you, and I have once. Yeah. But often it's not out even. I'll let you know, right?
So here goes Australia with the penalty kick. Are they going to level it up? First chance at points for...
concentration.
And he takes it. Takes it. 3-3.
End result. Very good. We're all square at the Principality Stadium. Wales 3, Australia 3.
Foley and Halfpenny. 1 penalty kick apiece. Although Halfpenny has already missed one.
So close.
And Australia have missed a try scoring opportunity as well. So
Yeah, easily happy. 3-piece. Wales and Australia split their forwards. David Pocock with the catch.
what's happening, Gogsy? But
Tom Francis felt the full effect. Adam Coleman.
what's happening, Gogsy?
But not using his arms.
Carrying a lot of ball, isn't he, Coleman? Really doing a lot of work.
Top forwards for Australia usually carry do a lot of work in the middle of the field there. You can see Toleratu's carried a lot, so has Scott Searle.
Gogsy, what are you doing? Why are you not watching the rugby?
Coleman do get through a lot of work with ball in hand.
Why are you not watching the rugby?
Here we go.
With a fresh tinny? Why?
It's very difficult to see, is he? Is it trying ranking? He tries to get his arm in, doesn't he? It's a bit of a harsh
Yeah,
ball.
it's a difficult one. It's one of those ones they're trying to protect the heads, but one player's going lower.
Header.
Australia's lineup functions very well. Karevi with Foley on the loop inside.
Oh, fucking hell. Good hands on Australia. Nice pop up. Nice pop.
Tackle by Dan Lydiot there. Australia, though, suddenly, this is their best serve.
Australia are playing well, but they are playing ball in hand, but.
Quick hand.
Ooh, good catch.
Pocock. Karevi throws off Gareth Davis.
Lost now, good work.
Nicky Smith just held it up enough. Allow Latoa drives on.
You and Mark are watching
Coleman.
Oh, he's broken through! Tag him!
Interesting.
Yes, good lads.
Adam Coleman.
Me and Mark watching you talking about how the world is flat but also square at the same time. Look, right, a thing can be flat and square at the same time. It can be flat and square at the same time. It could be a hexagon, it could be a I forgot the other gons, right? I forgot the other gons. It could be a triangle, it could be a circle, it could be an oval. But it could also be flat.
Penalty again. Justin Tipperick.
So we're talking about flat and square and everything, and now my burn's gone out.
Tight forwards, back rowers carrying together, and I just think on that one, the short of the breakdown, probably Will Genia needs to put himself in there and clear that ball. He's waiting for the guy to get past so he can shift the ball quickly.
Depends on where you look at it.
That
is true, but that is true. It does depend on what way you look at it. Do you look at it from a 2D aspect or a 3D aspect? Or do you even look at it from a Specsavers aspect? Because I should have gone there. Should have gone.
Securing the ball. You just cannot. I'm going, what a beautiful take that is.
This is unbelievable bit of skill here from Israel Folau for a big man.
Now, we open Zatini.
Talks to the ref.
Yes, Gog. You gotta check out the Copperberg. I look at it from a fourth dimension aspect.
Yeah, I think he's probably, you can hear the referee saying he's fine, he's coming through, and I think Adam Coleman's heard that.
I don't think you're allowed to do that, but
you can get on the ball, but he can't just tackle Ken Owens there.
I don't think you're allowed to do that, Gog. You can't look at it from a fourth dimension.
It's the right decision.
That's not right.
But I can see what
it's not right at all.
Coleman was thinking. He thought he was okay after the referee said he's fine to come through.
And Alan, like, I'm really happy when you do this, but I
2.5 minutes to go.
As well. It's okay from you. Okay, time back on.
That's clever, that is. The referee goes, Solomon Jones, listen, you're okay talking to me, but the number 7, tell him to shut up. Solomon Jones said, yeah, but he's my club captain, so, you know, he thinks he's doing a good job. Just shut up.
Gareth Hanscom. Couple of minutes to go. How much does he go for here? He is, as you say, Jonathan, he's striking the ball very sweetly.
Yes.
One last opportunity. He's playing with a lot of confidence. He's playing very well for the Blues. You know, a lot of it at full back, but he is a confidence player. He's on top of his game.
Justin Tipperick down.
Here we go.
To Gareth Hanscom. Hadley Parks took the short ball. Ross Moriarty.
Great hit.
Adam Coleman. Tackler this time. This time, Tololatu, he went round the side.
Yeah, that was so you could hear the referee say no after a great hit from Coleman. Drove the Welsh player back, and then Tololatu's just silly come in the side.
Go for the
ball.
Go for the corner. Go for the corner. That's it. Yeah.
To Lee Halfpenny.
Oh, he's going for 3 points.
What the hit that is. Forces him back as well.
Boosh.
He does well to withstand it, really.
Yeah. Big man on big man, and it's there's a big collision, so that's a great bit of work. And then you can see here, Latu, no need to come in there. The ball was lost. the referee had said that, and it's just a silly penalty to give away on the stroke of half time.
Yeah,
We'll catch you in a bit,
penalty.
Mike.
You know,
Battery is
defences have been
dying.
great.
They can travel
good
back
discipline.
to the future. 85 up top park with a
Dis-
flag. Hey, with a Frosty Jack, man. What are you on about? With a white lightning. Frosty Jack and 20 Benson, but that's what you need. 20 Lamberts, 20 Richmonds. There was a good old top. Oh, halfpenny. Halfpenny, what's wrong? I think he's just realised he looks like Mish.
By his standards.
I think that's what's happened. He's realised he looks like Mish.
He was shocked, I think, wasn't he? Look at him. He just can't believe it.
Anyway, I gotta catch you in a bit, mate. Half time, anyway.
You can say, James, you were here on the day he missed two. Gareth Anscombe dinks it into touch. Warren Gatland, who might have been thinking he was going into the changing rooms with a narrow lead. Lee Halfpenny has missed two penalties, and we are all square at half time. Wales 3, Australia 3.
Well, close game so far.
Well, there are some matchups that invariably produce
Very
loads
close
of tries
game
and
so far.
thrilling entertainment, and this is normally one of them, but it sure ain't today. But it's engrossing nonetheless. But that last play, or last but one play, was before we talk about the match generally. Have you ever? I mean, if you would have actually, as a player, alongside Lee Halfpenny, you'd have been walking for the tunnel saying we're 6-3 up. You would never have imagined he would miss that.
Lee made my job as captain incredibly easy because any penalty within a 60-metre range of the post was almost a banker to go for it, you know. So I just hope that doesn't affect him mentally, you know. I know Lee prepares, you know, meticulously, and he gets a lot of confidence from his kicking. So yeah, two unusual errors from Lee. So hopefully he can pick up, you know, where he normally has left himself off the rest of the season. He's been kicking exceptionally well for the rest of the season. So that's just two anomalies from Lee.
The silence that greeted that kick was literally deafening. We've got a few facts and figures here on that first half. Generally, Martin, what's your take on what we've seen?
Well, I think fair play to both sides. They must have known they had a studio full of forwards because it's just been, you know, a contact area has been, that's where they've been, it's real stalemate. Jiffy said in commentary, it's an arm wrestle, you know, and nobody can get any real momentum. No real ball carriers out there to really bust the game line and get over the game line, but I think we'll show later on that probably that's to do with the contact here. I think both sides are so efficient in slowing ball down. It's just an absolute arm wrestle at the minute.
Martin?
Well, I think sometimes Australia, you see it building, and they have nice passages of play, but they're just not getting there. They're just misfiring, aren't they? Maybe one guy short in a breakdown, they get turned over, a drop there in front of the post. But
Martin Johnson, what are you doing here?
For them, and you think if they keep going, at some point they're going to get a try. They're handling very well.
What are you doing
the great thing for
in
Wales, they're handling Folau
the studio for Wales versus Australia game?
You can see it starting to
what are you doing here,
at times. But at the moment, the game's going how Wales have wanted to go.
What is he doing there?
Paul, is this your kind of game? Are you loving this?
I don't know. I agree with Martin.
Why is he there?
Ball carriers is affecting both teams. There's plenty of willing ball carriers, but there isn't enough guys to really get the team over the gain line and put the defence on the back foot. The defences here
all the rules are gone out the window now.
A lot of what both teams are throwing at them.
They're
playing with lots of width, both teams.
You got an Irish.
They're not really going forward.
We spoke before the game, Sam,
an Irish and Lions international former and an English World Cup winner. Where's Australia's representative in this studio? Where's Australia's representative?
Nicky Smith, Justin Tippett and Nicky
Come on.
Smith have been fantastic so far. Tippett here to actually the tackle and jackal is extremely rare these days.
What's going on? I don't know, but what I do know is I have no filter tips, so I'm gonna have to grab some. Let me know, guys, what you think is going to happen in the second half. Do you think Australia are going to come out with a much quicker pace? Do you think Wales are going to get it together?
On the flip side,
and get over the line. Let me know. Predictions. What do you reckon is going to happen?
Won this turnover this occasion.
When I come back,
just simply probably underestimate how strong he is on the ball. But to be effective, it's not just Justin who needs to clean players out or Dan Lydia. It's got to be your 10s and your 9s as well. Tipuric again with his second turnover. You know, he comes in very well late. It wasn't a tackler, but I think Wales are edging it.
Australia got one player in there, haven't they? That's where they're short. You know, need an extra player win that ball quickly, and then they're going in. They're one short occasionally on the clear out and giving Wales a chance.
Martin, over the years, you know, we've sat in this very vantage point and we've spoken about Wales not getting over the gain line, and then there was a period when we thought they are getting them over the gain line. There's a lot of width, a lot of panache in the backs. What's not happening today?
I've just got an example here. Paul touched upon it at the top of the show about players like Sam going in and not necessarily winning the penalty, but just slowing that ruck down. And just watch this instance here. Just watch Pocock. He's not part of the tackle, but just watch how many Welsh players go in to remove one player. You end up with 3 or 4. And just watch how slow this ruck is. And this has just been a constant throughout the game. And the Wales get criticised on the back of this, but it's so difficult now. The defence is in total control of this. You've got no momentum. Ross Moriarty can carry a ball. He is a good ball carrier, but look how static he is. Hooper's up, wins the game, and that's just been right the way through the match. It's just that
land of my father, I'll heed
and in the most simplistic possible way, I'm sure a lot of people watching were saying, well, if there's only one of him, why can't 2 of our guys just go and bosh him out the way, and then we've got the ball?
That's actually not bad.
Feed me till I want no more.
It's just that because of his reputation, Wales
feed me till I want no more.
Just purely because of his reputation, whenever he floats around the ruck, teams do just panic and overload. And say Wales committed 4 or 5 players then, that means the next phase they've got to play, they've already got 10 players in their feed, whereas Australia have got 13 to defend, so you're down by 3. So having somebody just to compete makes a massive difference on the following phase in attack.
Set piece. We'll talk about the scrum in a second. Talk about the line-out.
Yeah, neither team's line-out has been particularly good, but Australia's has been disappointing. They probably had a few opportunities to take some easy balls here. If you look at Ross Moriarty at the front, he's never going to be lifted. So you have an easy ball for your hooker, first line-out, throw it to Hooper. He's not the tallest man, but it could be a very easy ball. And they just miscommunicate. It's a great one-handed take from 1985 at the back, but you know, it was a great opportunity to start the hooker off really well. Great defensive work here. Tipuric isn't tall, but he's very light and he's easy to lift. He's great to bring, so a good defensive lineup. They've stolen a few from Wales as well, and Wales got penalised as well for closing the gap for their jumper going into the line-out, and that's probably been part of the stop-start nature of the game, the set piece. You know, there's been penalties at the scrum as well. There's been no real clean ball at line-out or scrum.
A couple of times Australia have had clean ball, they've looked good. So for Wales to stop them there, the scrum penalties, you add them all up for Australia, it's about 9 or 10 times they turn the ball over. And Wales have got to keep that going because, you know, Australia get chances, they've got good players and they will get something.
I'm not sure I can ever remember a half-time analysis section which has not mentioned the backs once, but this is going to be it. So talk about the scrum.
It's been, I think, the referee perceptionally, he's on Scott CO, isn't he? I think he's penalised him 3 or 4 times. And this actually looked as if Australia were in dominance here and they were going forward. And you're thinking, if they felt under pressure, Kenya's getting this way. If you look at it, but he's obviously had the call from the touch judge on the far side. It's
for me, what are they trying to achieve there? They've got a great back line, they've got a nice bit of ball. Just get it away and launch the guys.
I think it's a big part of the selection change maybe with Tom Francis. So Tom Francis is down as 126 kilos. I'm sceptical of that, to be honest. I think it could be a bit north of 126, but you know that's probably an area Wales have got into the game. They want to get dominance, and you know here now that Wales are 10 metres from their own line. They've got the scrum penalty, they've kicked, and now they've got a line out on the halfway. So it shows the importance of the dominant scrum.
It's a pressure scrum. You're 10 metres from your own line, and to get the penalty is such a relief. You're 50 metres down the pitch. It's your line out, and you're on the attack. And a poor bit of play from Australia there.
If this is going kind of Wales's way in the round, because the Australian backs are being kept out of the game, do you say, from a Welsh perspective, more of the same in the second half?
Yeah, they've got to put pressure on them at every opportunity and keep the pressure on them because they've handled the Australian backs very well. But as the game goes on, early on everyone's fresh, defences are generally on top. As the game goes on and people get tired, that's when we've seen a little bit of it, and Curtly Beale gets the ball away, and suddenly Karevi or Falau's running at you. That's when it's dangerous. So you've got to keep the concentration going now as the game progresses. And even if you get the lead, they're almost more dangerous because then they can take those risks that maybe they won't early on.
Warren Gatland said before the game that he'd loaded the bench with some of the best players, the most experienced players that he's got. Let's just talk about Anscombe and Biggar. Let's talk about people outside the scrum half. Has Gareth Anscombe played reasonably well, or does Dan Biggar offer something a bit later on that might change the game?
I think they're very different players, aren't they? Dan's a very controlled 10, he'll put you in the right places. Anscombe's probably more of a threat with ball in hand, he hasn't had that opportunity. Fantastic cover tackle early on in Karevi, and I think that's what's been, we talked about at the top of the show, Wales generally concede 4 tries against Australia. I think they have been best a couple of times. Their scramble defence has been outstanding.
Okay, well, we don't have a single try to talk about here, but they had loads at Murrayfield earlier on today.
Yeah, 8 tries from Scotland against Fiji. What a second half from them. What a second half from Scotland. Fair play. I didn't stream the Scottish game,
Here we go.
my reaction to it, but that's because I missed the first 20 minutes or so.
Wilson to Laidlaw.
But I watched the rest of the second half and everything, and it was a very good performance from Scotland.
Russell to Horn, Pete Horn beavering away. Laidlaw set move goes right, flash ball inside to Seaman. Perfect. Henry still he's on the pitch. Hogg's flying. He's like a fighter jet sometimes to Maitland. Loads of support for him. Gives inside to McAnally. Oh, great play by the Scots. Great play. This is Harris. He's got Strauss outside him. Harris gives it out that right wing to Seymour. Oh, boy.
It was just a second half. Scotland just
33 unanswered points for Scotland in the second half there. Obviously, Fiji didn't help themselves down to 13 men for a period in that game. Results that took place last night and also today. You can see victories for the England women's side at the Allianz Stadium last night against the USA.
We already know what the final score was between New Zealand and England.
The Welsh women beat the South African women. We'll show you a moment from that game.
We already know what happened there.
We'll show it you now. Here's the captain, Karis Phillips, scoring the final try from this match.
As we got the Welsh women going at it. Okay.
Drive and a drive and a drive, and the captain goes over. The coach will have been very pleased with that.
Yes, the coach will have been pleased with that.
For you? Well, we have England against New Zealand. You don't need to know what happened. You will want to watch it. Just take
I already know what happened.
Tonight.
I keep up to date, mate. I know what happened.
Well done to the Welsh Rugby Union for allowing that to be shown on the big
what happened.
At the Millennium Stadium or the Principality Stadium, which a lot of other unions
England,
do that kind of thing.
much like
England, New Zealand Rugby League match
2007,
in the afternoon, but obviously England have already won that series.
Much like 2015,
Monday, and one other sporting thing
when they played against Wales. It was close, but no cigar. No cigar.
And Roger Federer is in action tomorrow night, and it does conveniently give us a chance to mention the ATP finals from 1980. So that's 38 years ago, when Vitas Gerulaitis beat Ginny Connors, and he walked into the press conference afterwards, and he said, having lost 16 in a row against Ginny Connors, and he said, nobody beats Vitas Gerulaitis 17 times in a row. So is Warren Gatland going to be saying nobody beats Wales 14 times in a row?
I think they'll be pretty happy with that first half. I think both teams will be thinking the same thing. They both matched each other in the front five, I think, when it comes to ball carrying and their defensive line speed. I think both teams look better when they actually throw the ball a bit. So I think Australia will be saying the same thing. Wales will be saying the same thing. I think they're trying to look for edges perhaps a little bit sooner so this game can hopefully open up and score some tries.
Well, Martin, with your coaching experience as well, as a game is tighter and the clock's running down, and let's say it's still 6-all with 15 minutes to go, how do you encourage people to seize the moment and be brave rather than going into their shell?
Yeah, but it's a balance. You also don't want to do something stupid. And Australia, they need to get into their rhythm, because when they're in that rhythm and they get that breakdown sorted out, and they get a quick ball, they do look like they've got tries in them, or there's going to be breaks in them. So they just need to patch up the line out. They're on the wrong side of the scrum at the moment. Sort that out and be squeaky clean. And then you're talking about 6 or 7 bits of possession they might get back.
Yeah, Australia have a lot of quality on their bench as well. Pallotta now, Sukopi Kepu, the tight head prop, good ball carriers, good scrummagers. Matamua playing with Leicester is one of the best centres in the world. He's an incredible player. And Nick Phipps coming off the bench at 9 will give a bit of momentum to the game. He'll give a bit of zip to the game. So Australia have a really good bench. Rob Simmons as well has about 90 caps as a second row forward. If they've any problems with the lineouts, he'd be an excellent guy to come on. So Australia do have a very strong bench.
Geraint Thomas on the pitch, Tour de France winner, being presented with a shirt. And are we going to hear from Geraint? No, we're not. No, we're not. He's just he's going to get on his bike and go back to his seat. So,
He's just going to get back on his bike. Terrible Tour de France pun. Terrible. Get in the bin.
It's not a physical thing with Wales anymore. It's not fitness. It's just the top 2 inches and concentrating now until that clock goes red, because Wales have lost so many in the dying minutes, and it's those guys coming off the bench.
Here we go.
Particularly your front 5 players, not to switch off for a split second, because you're up against such a smart team.
Second half. 3-3. Wales versus Australia. Wales to kick off.
That first half, because his penalty miss on the stroke of half time was truly extraordinary. Anyway, here we go. It really is anybody's game. Eddie Butler.
3 points all. Gareth Anscombe prepares to get us underway in the second half. I wonder what the coaches have to say. Can't imagine it was a real rant. 3 points apiece. Everything to play for. Well taken. Israel Folau. Dan Lydiot doing his best to hold Alan off the ground. Isaac Rodder, he had a busy first half, perhaps not quite as busy as Adam Coleman, who did a huge amount of work.
Not a great exit set by Australia.
Anscombe. Lee Halfpenny chases.
Oh, he's got it! Go on, Halfpenny!
Halfpenny up to the 22. Wales immediately on the front foot in the second half. Slight pause, but off we go. Justin Tipperick.
Take the tackle, take the tackle.
Sets up the ruck. Sweetly there for Gareth Davis. Ken Owens. So if Lee Halfpenny was feeling bad about himself, he'll feel a little bit better now. A whole lot better. That was excellent by the fullback. Here he is again. David Pocock wraps himself around the fullback. Tom Francis. Jack Dempsey with the tackle. Ken Owens. Tackling. Very, very solid. Josh Adams. Good pass, good pass. Jonathan Davis to Justin Tipperick, back to Josh Adams. There's the strength of Scott Adams. There's the support of Gareth Davis. Out it comes.
Come on, Wales.
Hadley Parks.
Come on, we're running with ball in our hands. That's what we want.
The centre rolls the way of his backup. Dan Lydiot. Alan Wynne-Jones had to stoop a bit, but took it well. Jonathan Davis tries to get that handoff working. Again, good hands, but Alan Wynne-Jones, they're making him bend.
Ball's here. No, you're up there. Ball's out.
The ball was out. Oh, Israel Folau so close, and he'd have been away. Here's the change. George North slaps it down. Lee Halfpenny picks up.
Go on, Halfpenny, go for a run.
Can't stop him.
Pocock again.
Brilliant work by David Pocock with the scrum cap there.
Yeah, some great defence there from Australia. It's probably the Welsh's best bit of phase attack they've had by building on from the kick receipt from Halfpenny. You can see here, makes the break, and then Pocock doing what he does best. He's just so hard to move when he's over the ball, and it's so difficult to allow him. You've got to beat him into that contest, because once he's on the ball, he's the best in the world at staying over on top of it.
He's got a nice little cut on his nose as well.
He'll be happy with this position. All the forwards, as they stroll up to the line out on halfway. Down to Kenya, to Foley, Courtney Deal. That's gone forward, chance for Wales. It's Lee Halfpenny again. He is making amends.
Yeah, Lee Halfpenny's all over it at the moment.
The flat pass, it's a dangerous ball to take when you're taking it so close to traffic. And this guy's got great hands, but just, took his eye off it a little bit. Just as a flat pass, tries to hit the hole. He does hit the hole. He's got great angles there, but just doesn't get the ball away. And it wasn't up. But just watch him, how close he is. It's a beautiful angle, but just takes his eyes off the ball. I think, all the boys in studio were saying, such a great contest to Braithwaite. And as a standoff, it's very, very difficult when the ball is so slow coming back, You just got to orchestrate your forwards, opposite your ball carriers to go with you. But, they're just smashing it up. It's been slowed again. It's a very, very, difficult position to be. You've got to have patience.
The referee ignores the collapsed front row. Gareth Davis. Good defensive work by Jack Dempsey.
Counter ruck's good.
Wales have to.
But the counter ruck's good as well.
Has it? Ken Owens. Tipperick again. Alan Jones. Can't get much beyond that halfway line.
Look how slow that ball is again. No options whatsoever.
So Gareth Davis puts it up.
Ooh, good contest in the air.
That's Will Kenny again. He covers such a lot of ground and reads the game.
And Australia
so
win it.
Well. You don't want to be buried down there for long. Coleman. Pocock. Courtney Deal bangs it down the middle. Lee Halfpenny has a word with Gareth Hanscom and says, off you go, you chase this time. Well taken, Courtney Deal.
Watch out.
Hanscom was watching out and intercepted. Wales need a scrum half. Nicky Smith says, oh, I can't.
He knocked it on. Straight and clear. Clear knock on.
It's lucky there that Curley couldn't free his hands and gave the ball to Anscombe, because there was a three on nobody down the short side there, and it's a timely interception there from Gareth Anscombe, because I think the Wallabies are away.
What's happening, Santana?
If he gets this away.
Yeah, just watch it. It's a
Santana.
He gives the inside ball, right? I think
I don't know how to
a couple of yards, but
pronounce your first name, so I'm going to take a stab by you and say it's Sen.
Tom Francis
George
has gone off.
George North.
Hopefully he is right.
It looks like he's limping. I saw that at the last kick chase. He didn't look like he chased too hard, so he looks like he's something with his upper leg, maybe his hamstring or calf.
Hey! Thank you.
George North. Yeah, doesn't look comfortable at all. Liam Williams takes his place on the wing. And in the
Here we go. Williams on, North off.
There's a man in form there. Liam Williams, try scoring. Brilliant performances in Saracens.
Couple of hat tricks.
Yeah.
Keep it up.
One to do today.
Dylan Lewis in the front row up against Scott Seo.
Good scrum.
Stefan Naivalu.
From Australia, by the way, not from Wales. Good scrum from Australia.
Foley.
Good charge down. Good charge down, Wales. Now pressure on. Pressure on.
Wales, Cantrell, David Pocock went digging for it. And Bernard Foley, no option at all.
It's a very difficult kick, the one that he just got charged on. That's a far better kick. Found grass.
Lee Halfpenny. Well, that is a brilliant kick by Lee Halfpenny under pressure.
Well done, Halfpenny.
But that's a dangerous kick by Foley. They call them wipers when they go cross field kick. Just watch. Try to keep it below.
No, they're not. Australia are a good team. We gotta give them their dues. They are a good team.
Good first line out from Australia earlier on in the second half, so they've obviously had a chat about it at half time, wanting to speed it up a bit.
Are they best in the world?
So
No, I wouldn't say they're best in the world, but are they one of the best in the world? You're damn right they are.
Isaac Rodder this time the catcher. Michael Hooper wearing 7.
There's your man. There it is.
Folau.
3-3.
Kenya.
Wales against Australia.
It's all very congested still. There's
Yeah, and again, so slow. You know, Foley has to go on his own. It's flat. Offside penalty, Australia. Free play.
3-4 offside.
so inside pass. Courtney Beale
Okay,
to
good.
Haylett Petty.
Good ball from Australia.
Like Will Kenya prepared to do the tracking and the tackling.
Maybe go back, was it?
This will be an interesting call for Foley. I think this will be worked on his maximum length, James.
Yeah, I don't think he's probably going to want to kick it from here. I think they're missing Reece Hodge, who unfortunately broke his ankle in training before this tour. So he's their long-range goal kicker. And yeah, you can see here they're going to go for touch. I think that was just on the edge of Foley's range, and they probably want to add some pressure now. The line-out's functioning a little bit better.
But Foley down towards the 22.
They haven't had any field position or possession, really. You know, they've just been soaking up the Welsh attack in their own 20-metre area. But unfortunately for Wales, they haven't, you know, turned the pressure into points, and now momentum swings. Australia's chance.
Still all square.
That's the tale of both sides, though.
To throw.
A lot of pressure, just no points coming out of it.
Towards the tail.
Okay, that's one. Not going forward.
Australia are going forward now, and they have a penalty for the collapsed maul. Foley, Beale. Wales read the play well. Josh Adams up there, but they won't be allowed to continue.
They'll definitely kick this. It was weird then, because Haylett Petty had the ball, and I think it was Courtney Beale. He was in front of the ball. There's no way you could pass to him.
Doesn't look too good for Courtney Beale.
Yeah, he looks a bit sore. I'm not sure. I didn't actually see what happened. It looks like he might be just winded and got hit hard after he passed the ball.
Goodness, Bernard Foley for the corner.
Yeah, they're going for the point. They're going for the try.
What would you have called that?
I probably would have gone the points with the game that's going on here. It's been a bit of an arm wrestle, so they want to look at, they want to obviously assert themselves a little bit here.
Yeah, he gets it, but Haylett Petty was in front of him for a while. He couldn't, you know, he had nowhere to go. You have to take the tackle, and we're, you know, under a real smack for his troubles.
Interesting decision from Australia. In a game this tight, I would have gone for the 3 points. But you never know, this could be the first try of the game.
Australia yielded a little bit, now they're going forward. Wales have to be careful not to collapse it. Good Welsh defence, very loose, all still there. There is a knock on, that's excellent work by Wales.
Yes. So they should have just gone for the 3 points. The 3 points would have been guaranteed. From that distance, Australia, you've thrown away what would have been the easy, safe option.
As Tolly Latu was heading forward, and that's a real let-off for Wales. You can see here they're on the ball. That's Tipurick's on the ball, and you can see they dropped it forward. And yeah, big let-off for Wales, and disappointing and frustrating for Australia to let off that great field position.
Part one of the defensive operation. Wales are still sort of pinned in their corner. It's their putting at this scrummage, but
yeah, but once Wales win this scrum by here, it's going to be straight out there and scum. Big boot, clear it out.
They haven't been clean, the scrums today.
And then Australia will be having to start over from scratch again.
If anything changes there.
Dylan Lewis, the newcomer.
No shortage of advice being given by all the players still to the referee, so interesting to see how this turns out.
Come on, Wales, big scrum.
Dane Petty is there on the left wing. Israel Folau is standing at fullback, where of course he's played a lot. Wales.
Oh, they're not going for the kick, they're running it.
Bernard Foley again has some tackling to do.
Risky.
Gareth Diggs. Tolulatu goes
Big boot.
around the side again. Here is Israel Folau. A chance to counter. Gives it to the man wearing the fullback.
Oh, he's got through.
Petty.
Good little line break here.
The danger of the Australian counter-attackers.
First quick ball, and a prop takes it up.
Courtney Beale. Haylett Petty again. Folau. Oh, no, the referee is saying off his feet.
Saying that I think Liam Williams was on his knee before he attacked the ball, so he's saying he was off his feet and should be leaving the ball alone. It's a good attacking opportunity again for Australia.
There we are. Hooper's having a chat with him. They're saying, look, there's been a few penalties in the 22-metre area. Just making sure he's keeping count of them, because be a yellow card for somebody soon if they keep infringing.
You're going for the corner again.
They've given themselves a second chance.
Oh, I think he was talking about Gareth Davies that was out first rather than Liam Williams was fine.
Tough call, that is. Oh.
Overthrown Australia. So
Australia, what are you doing? You can't afford to be giving away chances like that. Here comes Wales.
Enough. Let's get out of here. Chase
Big
that.
boot.
Josh Adams, and he is.
Ooh.
Can't quite make the tackle. Lee Halfpenny does.
Here we go. We're in the Australian half now. Australia, you've missed two easy 3-point opportunities, but you wasted them.
Now if Australia get quick ball, but they've held him up once again. Maul, it'll be a turnover.
Maul has been called.
Yes. Go Wales.
Chasers.
Now it's time to put pressure into points.
That's a huge momentum.
Let's not make the same mistake Australia did. You got a chance for 3 points, take it.
25, 30 metres out, right in front of the post. You can see what that means to the Welsh. And it's a frustrating, again, the line-out's just creaking a little bit for the Wallabies, frustrating, and you can see the Wallabies coaching staff aren't too happy with the way that resulted, and we've got to change it. Trying to prop Taniela Tupou, the Tom and Thor coming on.
As James said, that's a huge shift there, you know, like when you're on the opposition 5 metre line, they've turned down 2 penalties at goal. It's still 3-3, you know, what a bad throw that was.
Were singing
Rob Evans is on the front
hymns and arias, land of my father, are hidden
More of
no.
the same, James?
I think so. And to start with a lot of nails on as well at hooker, so you've got a really experienced hooker there, a very good scrummaging hooker with the Tom and Thor, Taniela Tupou, who's been, you know, causing a lot of damage in the Southern Hemisphere with his scrummaging techniques, and he's a big lad. He's about 130 kilos and a pure ball of muscle. So he's going to want to wind up here, and he's got a big first test here.
He's going to be one to keep an eye on. Come on, Wales.
Ken Owens is still on. Sakopi Keppel hasn't come on yet, has he? No, he's still on the bench. So,
oh Jesus!
A scrimmage. And so well.
Jesus!
For Australia.
That
the referee saying one
scrum
going backwards. There's a little bit of afters, I think.
Oh, here we go. It's kicking off. It's kicking off.
Let the Welsh guys know.
Calm down now, lads. Calm down.
So I think there's nothing in it.
And nothing will happen anyway, you know.
15 metres. 15 metres.
No staring competition now.
No one's really happy, but anyway, Wallabies with the penalty after a big scrummage there from Pilotti now and Tupou. Big impact coming off the bench, and that's what you want from your reserve front rowers.
But at Foley, so yeah, that's the impact you want, and here's the reward. This is the scrummage, and it just starts going wrong now. Big drive by Scott Seo.
Yeah, you can see
the score is currently 3-3.
This was a cross there, and the angle was too bad for him.
It's Dylan Lewis who's come on, so it's the reverse of the impact.
It's been a very close game. Australia keep missing opportunities, and so do Wales.
Here he is. Here's your man, the Tongan forward.
But both sides look like they got tries in there.
Says the referee. Samu Karevi.
There was a little bit of argy-bargy just going on then, you know, between the forwards, and a bit of pushing, shoving, grabbing each other by the collars, as you would expect.
In their own 22 through Josh Adams. Sized up his options. Keeps it on the park.
Well, Wales are making less mistakes. So at the moment, I'm going to say, yeah, Wales are playing a little bit better. But here comes Australia on the counter-attack.
Wales have done well to contain the danger so far. Australia, though, still in possession.
And there we go, Australia knock on.
Michael Hooper.
Australia knock on, handling error again.
Just having a little look up to see what he's going to do. Took his eye off the ball.
Very uncharacteristic from Michael Hooper. He's usually got a great set of hands. You can see, I think he might have had some words from out the back or outside, and he was going to shift the ball, and yeah, just had a little look, took his eyes off it at the last second, and yeah, very, very uncharacteristic for the Wallabies skipper.
And we were singing hymns and arias, land of my father, Alida knows.
But who's going to make the mistake?
Yeah.
Nearly an hour played, 3-all. It's not the way these games go.
No, definitely not. I don't think you would have thought this leading into this game. It's usually been a free-flowing affair.
Wales have to fight really hard, and it's difficult for Thomas Williams on its scrum half for Gareth Davis.
He slowed it down, hasn't he, Pocock?
Tipperick picks up. The drive on by Rob Evans. Jonathan Davis.
Go on now, Wales. Go on, Jonathan Davis. Go on, lad.
In support. Oh, Thomas Williams knocks it on. It's the story of this game. Knock-ons by Australia. Nudges forward by Wales.
Yeah, I just thought there was an opportunity down the blind side. He saw the quick
come
ball,
on, lads.
but just I think there was an arm still on the ground, hanging onto the ball, just knocked it on. An opportunity, first real quick ball. Lovely break, Jonathan Davis steps inside. Great fend again. Lovely off Josh Adams. Again, makes those important yards.
Think we need some bread of heaven. Bread of heaven, bread of heaven, feed me till I want no more.
Some more changes
Feed me till I want
a lot of experience,
no more.
192 caps between them, so a lot of experience to bring off the bench there.
And it's Jenkins on into the Welsh back row. So maybe this is what it's all going to be about again. Who comes and gives the game the impetus, the winning impetus. Maybe it's some of the original cast, like Samu Karevi. Bernard Foley, perhaps.
Poor kick.
Josh Adams. Adams, well taken by Pocock. Play on, didn't go forward. Courtney Beale Safe the chase. Justin Tipper read it well. Then it's bobbled. It's gone loose. Chance for Beale again. Another kick charge down. Back to Beale. Ellis Jenkins makes the tackle. Foley.
This is turning into a scrappy game now. This is where it's going to open up.
Alvin Jones the tackle. Tipper. They manage to get the ball to the floor slowly. So Beale kicks.
Kicking's been poor. I'm not sure what the tactic is.
It's just all very cagey. Here's Courtney Beale again.
Here's the kicker.
And again, little stab straight down the middle. Oops, oops. Caught in the gully. Gareth Hanscom. You can put the kettle on. This might go on for some time.
I'm tempted, but trust me.
Stop here, stop.
Change of character. Liam Williams. Now then, Liam Williams is good at chasing. Oops. Contact in the air. Referee seems happy enough. Fair contest, he says.
Good counter-attack, lads. Go on, Wales. Go on. Oh, Jenkins, what are you doing? Forwards don't kick. We don't kick.
Situations like that.
That's a poor decision there by Ellis Jenkins. I think I've seen him kick a ball when he plays for the Blues.
Wales still pressing. Australia, though, in possession. Good at Foley. Well, it's going to be an attacking lineup for Wales, so something came from it, but it well.
The kicking game, I'm not really sure what they're trying to do, but Wales are definitely winning the aerial battle in the kicking game. Look what they've ended up here again.
Yeah, big pressure line out this for Wales. First chance in the 22 for a little while and a chance to build some pressure.
Bit tense for Australia too.
Very tense. Very tense.
There's Bernard Foley. Is that doing down the front there? What's he doing down there? Corey Hill is on from the bench with the red scrum cap. Hear the crowd, you know what they want. Here it comes.
There we go.
It. Australia have been scattered a little bit. Michael Hooper is legitimate in that position. Australia get the put in.
It's amazing work there from Michael Hooper. I didn't see where he came from, but the referee said he came through the middle, and therefore he's legal, and he's done amazingly well, and he's really saved his team there because the Welsh forward pack were really marching forward at pace.
There's a player outside and he came through.
That's great play there. Straight to the middle. He had a quick look at the referee to see if he was okay.
If you look at the referee, it normally has a little bit of guilt attached to it.
He wasn't sure, was he?
Didn't expect to end up there, I don't think, but he did amazingly well, and he certainly earned his team a good break there. And this is a big scrum now for the Wallabies to exit.
63.5 minutes gone, 3-all. No score in the second half.
No. But don't worry, it's coming. You hear the crowd. Hear the crowd, lads.
As you say, James, everybody has an opinion.
Both of you and you, okay, we must have a gift. If you don't, it's a free kick. If you don't, it's a free kick. Space.
Rob Evans will have a chance.
They all will, won't they? All will. Props never used to talk much. Never used to talk. You know, never hear them talk a lot. But this day and age,
guys, it's been fine. Sit up.
Ole! Ole!
This time it's Wales who trying to exert the pressure, and Australian scrimmage is good.
Come back.
We'll get you. That's good. Good clearing work from everybody involved there.
Yeah, I think that's a much better exit from Australia. Previously, they've been passing back to either Bernard Foley or Curtly Beale to kick it out, so they're passing it back 10, 15 metres to kick it out, and they're only gaining some, 10 or so metres there. Will Genia kicking off the base, allow them to get a lot more space, a lot more room, and
Yeah, that's one statistic that's a bit disconcerting. Points from opposition 22.
Yeah, I think he's just
Nothing from both sides.
Stand-up position. That's where Foley was
Australia have been in the Welsh
defensively
22
in the same
6 times.
as
Wales
Foley.
been in the Australian
Foley's gone
22
off.
4 times. Nothing has come from it.
Is on.
Absolutely no points whatsoever.
Maximua is on.
Yeah.
Penalty to Wales. This would be right at the limits of even Lee Halfpenny's kicking range. Does he go for it though?
No, it's right here because this was a temple. Wasn't the line out.
No, I think Anscombe's got the ball in hands.
Tough kick from there if he was going to try it.
Yeah. It would have been the ideal kick though for Halfpenny, because in front of the post he misses, and that would have been the one no one expects anything. But they just keep the pressure on.
Yeah. Wales keeping the pressure on. They'll have the line out.
65 minutes gone. Wales 3, Australia 3.
3 or 65 minutes.
I know, I just covered it, mate. I just covered it. Calm down. Calm down. Calm down, commentators. I just covered that.
Take on the long
Nice. Nice.
Good possession. Moriarty, that's what they want more of. Anscombe tried to just inject a little surge there. Thomas Williams. Inside pass from Rob Evans. Better hands by Wales. Thomas Williams here.
Come on now, lads.
Lively the scrum half. And Australia give away the penalty.
Alright, lads.
This is exactly
This
the
could
same
be
position as Lee Halfpenny
3 points.
just before half time. On the other side of the park, but exactly the same.
I was just going to ask whether Gareth Anscombe might be called up, but Lee Halfpenny was the first to arrive.
You can see there, I think that's the Tafi Pilota now. He's got up from the tackle well, and then just hasn't come through. That's a big collision earlier on. David Pocock was very slow to get up from this that big collision there with Moriarty.
Oh, great carry, Moriarty.
Michael, is David okay? He took a big hit. Was it?
Who's down on the... There's a...
I think that's Moriarty. I think he's the one who took the ball in. He limped away from the tackle. Pocock was on the ground.
Right, come on now, Halfpenny. Put it over.
It's all going on, and Lee Halfpenny has to put away the demons of the last miss. This to put Wales in the lead. Head down.
There we go.
Strikes it, and it is through.
There we go. Wales now leading the game. 6 points to 3.
Ross Moriarty is back on his feet, taking his place just in front of us, the first in that little pair there, near the 10-metre line.
He's not moving that freely, so he might have a dead leg or something.
Tamura restarts. Corey Hill goes up for it. Thomas Williams told to use it.
It's touched by gold, touched by gold.
Everyone's on, touched in flight, so everybody's on side.
Caleb Petty, a few dangerous runs. This time it's Dennis Jenkins who makes the tackle along with Alan Wynne-Jones. Tamua, Courtney Beale had to stretch for it. Karevi had to stretch for it. Wales try and bring them into touch. Wales try now.
There we go.
Ball to Ellis Jenkins.
Wales back on ball.
Lee Halfpenny. Good hands, Dylan Lewis. Gareth Anscombe. Hadley Parks. Lovely floated pass. Corey Hill. Off the replacements bench. Showing a turn of speed. The second row. Ellis Jenkins again. It's all about the impact of the subs. Anscombe. Hadley Parks. Jonathan Davis. Interception by Israel Folau. Courtney Beale in support. Australia.
You might be my man of the match, Folau.
One ambitious pass
so far. He has been playing outstanding.
Oh, big kick, that could be too long.
Bounce towards that dead ball line. It'll be a scrum back if it goes all the way. It does.
Yep.
He saw the space in the middle of the field and just overcooked it. He's got a big leg on him, so he's just overcooked. That's frustrating for the Wallabies once they got a great turnover from Israel Folau.
That was a great strike, you know.
He's probably hit it too clean.
He has.
Dry surface under the roof. Rain drumming down hard. Michael Checker. Well,
I will be back in 2 seconds.
It's been a year full of frustration for the Wallabies. They've got 9.5 minutes to turn this game around. I mean, it has been the tradition of this game. Ned Hannigan comes on. Australia has been losing with precious few minutes to go here, and they've pulled it around.
Yeah, Bozzi was saying you've got to score 28 points to beat Australia. And I think it won't be needed today. The result, though, you know, still in the balance.
Welsh put in the scrum. That's the 10-metre line. They are in Wallaby territory. With the scrum again, they'll want to get it out quickly. It's out. Australia have stolen the ball. Michael Hooper comes away with it. The Welsh scrummage is suffering a little bit here. Courtney Beale had to reach behind him. Then he had a little pause. Justin Tipperick ordered off the ball. One of the Aussie replacements, Ned Hannigan.
Not on the ball.
What have I missed, guys? What have I missed?
That's touch fingers.
Touch by Red.
So, Lee Halfpenny.
Halfpenny breaking through.
Yards through the tackle, Lee Halfpenny. Thomas Williams goes digging for it. Rob Evans. Corey Hill. More traditional driving work from the second row. Gareth Anscombe towards Courtney Beale. Liam Williams in pursuit.
Go on!
Liam Williams does get there first.
Go on, Williams, lad. Big mistake from Australia. Big mistake.
Thomas Williams finds Dylan Lewis. Lewis presents. Anscombe. Oh, it's bounced off, and Guinea comes away with it. Sakota Kepu.
He's not going to go the length.
Guinea.
It's a great option by Will Guinea.
Yeah.
Lee Halfpenny heads back. Josh Adams. Well, Lee Halfpenny has been left flattened. Play on, everybody. Has to obey. Gareth Anscombe covers back for Wales. Penalty as David Pocock is over the ball.
Right, let's see the late hit then.
I think Alan Wynne-Jones is asking referee Ben O'Keefe to have a look at the late hit.
Yeah, you told me. I think the two things you told me. Back teams, I've seen it clearly. Okay?
There's not a lot that Simon Peretti can do there. It's certainly not a malicious hit. He was certainly going for the ball. There was no need. It's just an unfortunate collision, I think.
But it is the new protocol. Shoulder to head, whether it's intentional or not, it may have consequences.
But there's got to be common sense as well. You know, spoke to Alan Roland. He went for the charge down. Yes, he caught him late. But, you know, that's follows through a little bit.
That's momentum, okay? It's not a deliberate act of foul play. It's not a deliberate act of foul play.
I think that's good refereeing.
So do I. I think it's too many times now we're going to the TMO and looking for things that are wrong. I think he's seen that. He's seen it's a rugby incident. You know, Lee looks to be okay, although he's down on the ground now, but he looked to be okay after it. I think it's it's just one of those things that it's a collision and it's completely accidental. And there was no malice certainly in it, and it wasn't an intentional effort of foul play from Samu Karevi.
No, it's all done. No.
This would be interesting. No, this would be interesting. You know, again, it's a very difficult kick. You know, they're going to go for the corner. You got 7 minutes left.
This is the Anscombe injury. This had nothing to do with the incident. Another rugby incident.
Yeah, you know, he's going down. Poker's gone in for the jackal. Just watch. He's set his legs ready. He knows what he's doing. It's a penalty. You can't clean him out. Look.
Dan Bigger still on the bench. What is the decision? Lee Halfpenny is heading away from the field of play.
6-3 to Wales. 7 minutes to go.
It's the sound of a crowd that's not happy.
And on comes Dan Bigger.
Bigger comes on. And everybody makes a slightly more positive sound.
Well, he'll go to Anscombe now will go to full back, you know, and Dan will go to stand off. Anscombe will have, as I said, he's very comfortable full back.
I think it's Matsamua who is going for goal.
Who's going for goal?
As you say, tricky kick.
Very tough kick.
I can see the frustration from the fans. Look, with World Rugby, there's been a lot of inconsistency around this contact to the head and accidental foul.
Yeah, there's been a lot of inconsistency about it. You get contact that's less than what just happened, get penalties for. That one, though, I'm not going to lie, there was no way he was going to avoid it, but it's still a penalty. 6-3.
Please respect the kicker. I think that's got out the window. To level the scores.
6-6.
It's a superb kick by Matsamua. We are all square here in Cardiff. Wales 6, Australia 6.
Wales 6, Australia 6. Interesting debate that'll be happening all over Twitter, I'm guaranteeing it, about that collision between Sammy Kvyat and Halfpenny.
Isaac Rodder. Wales apply some pressure at the breakdown. The drive up by Rob Simmons. Spinning the ball for Wales.
Come on, Wales.
Kinowins has it. Kinowins takes it on. Thomas Williams has a little charge himself. Are we thinking about a drop goal? Not yet. Not yet. Corey Hill has a little sidestep. Ned Hannigan lines over the ball. Penalty to Wales.
Yes.
Thomas Williams, he says, let's have the penalty. The slap down. Ross Moriarty, Rob Evans can't catch it, went backwards. Ball's gone loose, gone backwards again. Thomas Williams for himself to chase. Will Kenya, no advantage. Penalty Wales.
He knew
Here we go.
Free play, Thomas Williams. Knew he had a free play. Halfpenny is off.
Yeah, I think he's got Ned Hannigan there for not rolling away. Just an easy penalty to give for the referee. If you clearly lie on the ball, you've got to make an effort, got to look like you're making an effort at all.
Alright, here we go, Dan Bigger with the Macarena, you know. Macarena.
You need to look like you're trying to get out, and then if you get dragged back in.
Especially, James, you know, when he's just as a contentious...
All the rugby fans know exactly what he's just done there.
Put in his mind maybe to even things up as well.
They know what Dan Bigger's like when he's about to take the kick, and he does this little, you know, pull in. Here we go.
Oh, this to come on.
Here we go.
Perhaps end Australia's run of 13 consecutive victories. There is still time. Dan Bigger.
It's over. Wales back in the lead. 9-6. Come on, lads. Come on. 3 minutes. That's all we gotta do. 3 minutes.
Oh my, it's been gripping from the very restart.
Hey, we've been here before. Now let's close the game. The Wales have got to close the game down. Take possession, play in the right areas.
Just under 3 minutes to go. Matt Tour, who just levelled the scores. Josh Adams waits. Sets off infield. Tackled by Michael Hooper. Thomas Williams to Dylan Lewis.
Just keep the ball, lads. Keep the ball. Keep the ball. Safe ball. Safe ball.
Hang around for too long. Williams looks up, takes on the kick himself. It's off the park. Australia will have a line out in the Welsh half.
Important line out this for the Wallabies. They need to get a good platform to attack off. Interesting to see
2 minutes. 2 minutes, come on.
Rob Simmons, an excellent line out caller, excellent line out jumper.
Sekovi Kefu tells Tatafu Polotonau where it must go. Long, too long. Ellis Jenkins claims it. Dan Bigger says, let's get down there, put a deliberate spin on the ball, end over end, rolling, rolling. Well taken, Dave.
Rolling, rolling, rolling. Keep rolling, rolling, rolling. Rolling, rolling, rolling. Waha.
Ellis Jenkins with the tackle.
Come on, Wales.
Samoa, Courtney Beale, Karevi, always willing to.
Australia in their own half. You got just over a minute to go. Just keep doing what you're doing.
Replacement. Hooker. Polotonau. Kepu. Got a bit scrappy. Kenya has to put the kick in.
Yes!
By Josh Adams. Turnover ball. Wales have it.
Wales have it. Less than a minute to go.
They're under orders to use it. They must use it quickly. Dylan Lewis drops it. It's a knock-on advantage to Australia. David Pocock says, let's go now. Thomas Williams read it well. Advantage not over. Australia will have
30 seconds, come on. Thank you for streaming this. I'm definitely subscribing. I appreciate that, Tom. I appreciate that, mate.
Last chance for the Wallabies.
Appreciate it.
Big scrum coming up, and interesting to see where we go.
Honestly, there's very few sports that I will actively watch and enjoy. Rugby is one of those sports I do actively watch and enjoy. I watched the Scotland game earlier. It was fantastic. That second half from Scotland, unbelievable. Ole! And now we got Wales against Australia. It's not been a try-filled game, but it's been a tense back and forth game between two sides that are very even matched. But Wales are ahead. We've just ticked into overtime right now. This is it. Australia need to do something special. Can they do it? I don't know. They're in their own half. We're about to find out.
And his team, they were under certain pressure, James, to win all the matches on this tour. The World Cup is approaching fast.
Yes, the World Cup is approaching fast. Come on, Wales.
They might even go for the penalty here at the scrum and try and kick it down, get some third position, but no, ball's out.
Here we go then. Tsunami, Kevo, Courtney Beale.
Good ball.
This is
good ball.
The last replacement, Jack Maddox on the field. Samoa.
Good line speed, Wales. Good line speed, lads.
Driver by Rob Simmons.
Oh, they're in penalty kicking range now. Yeah, try to make the penalty again here there.
Simmons to Moore. It's red flag. Very neatly played infield to Maddox.
Penalty to Wales! Yes! And we were singing hymns and arias, land of my fathers, Aida knows. Go Wales!
The tightest of margins. Wales at last have beaten Australia by
Finally!
8-6.
Finally, do you know what? That requires opening a can. The score is 9-3 Wales. Full time just gone. Wales have won. We've beaten Australia. And it's a good day. It's a beautiful Saturday.
Yeah, I think they just edged it, and the result was far more important for the Welsh side. And they dogged it out. There was
what do you mean about time?
No opportunities created really by Wales, but in an arm wrestle they just showed that they
and we open a tinny to celebrate. Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a sip.
There it is. It's a little historical moment.
Yes, yes, this Copperberg does taste a lot nicer now. The taste of victory.
Well, what do you say about a match like that?
Yes.
In the last 13 matches when these two sides have met, and Australia have won them all, there's been an average of 42 points in every single match. And you end up with a game like that, that it may not have been massively entertaining, but it was gripping and exhausting, Sam Warburton. You're ruined.
Oh, I'm in bits.
Right.
I mean,
man of the match.
I got to say he was a neutral, but as a Welshman, I am absolutely delighted that they finally broke in the 13.
Man of
13,
the match.
I mean, it could have gone either way. It was a proper game.
What do we reckon? Man of the match.
Oh,
this is a tricky one.
Moments of that game, but
it's a tricky one. Halfpenny played outstanding in the second half, but I think I gotta give it.
Well, Justin, it certainly wasn't pretty, but tell me, what does it mean to you and to this Welsh squad?
I think I gotta give it to the Australian
yeah, it's obviously a big
winger
result for us. We've been wanting this for a while, and
I think I gotta give it to him.
Take any win, whatever way it comes.
They gave George North man of the match.
That was some tussle overall, and certainly an arm wrestle at the breakdown. What does it do for self-confidence that you come out on top when it's David Pocock and Michael Hooper?
Yeah, it's just obviously in the past we've come many losses against them, so no, it's nice for us to get a win finally over Australia, and I think that's 7 wins in a row, and we're building some nice momentum.
Yep, 7 wins on the bounce.
We end up with a cricket score. Can you explain to
Come on, lads. Come on, lads. We're gearing up. 6 Nations, let's have it. We're gearing up. World Cup, let's have it.
No, we pride ourselves on defence, and that's
what
won us the game today.
We're coming for it.
Well done to you, man of the match for the 2nd week in a row. Well done, Justin Tipperick. And here comes your captain.
Right, I'm not being funny, but that's a typo. They said George North was man of the match. No. If Justin Tipperick was man of the match, give him man of the match.
It's been a long time. I think somebody reminded me I was a sole survivor from 2008, so shows how old I am, I suppose. But no, really pleased with the squads. I think we've,
yeah, you are getting on a bit now. Alwyn, you are getting on a bit now.
We won by a fine margin as well. And we've been proud of the boys because we've been gracious in defeat for a long, long time, and we'll ensure that we're gracious in success.
What does it say about Dan Biggar, given the fact that you were desperate to end this losing streak, that it's a pressure kick for him, isn't it?
Yeah, he's a good
right, let's have a little look and see what we got in the other international games.
7 wins now on the bounce for Wales. What does that do for your momentum? Not least, you've beaten the team that you're going to meet in the same pool at the World Cup next year.
Yeah, well, part of me says it is to really
come on.
World Cup, and
you don't believe that?
Well, it's a long time away, the World Cup, and there's a lot of games to go under the bridge, as it were. So we've still got a huge amount of admiration.
Tonga and South Africa are the last 2 games for Wales. Tonga should be a nice win. South Africa should be a nice win. But South Africa have been playing pretty decent.
I'm so sorry. I'm just talking about David Burko there. A defeat, a narrow one.
But so far today, we've had Italy getting a victory against Georgia, maybe proving that Italy should stay in 6 Nations. Controversial topic, but it is what it is. We had Scotland absolutely destroying Fiji in the second half, 54 points to 17, and we had England losing very narrowly to New Zealand by 1 point. England 15, New Zealand 16, and we've had Wales beating Australia here by 3 points, 9 points to Wales, 6 points to Australia. We got the Ireland-Argentina game, which is currently on right now. Half time. 15-14 to Ireland.
You know, like I said, this really hurts. You know, I back everyone, back the coaching staff, back the players that we're going to turn this, you know, into winning results.
Thank you, Michael Hooper.
Thank you.
Well, he spoke well there in defeat, didn't he, there? And he said it was a real test match, and it sure was. And there's the facts and figures. A lot of L's, and then at the bottom, a much relieved W for Wales. Just a few more statistics to throw at you. That's the lowest scoring game between these two since 1958. The last time Wales won 7 straight tests was in 2004-2005. Their first win over Australia since 2008, only their third since 1987, and that's the worst losing run on a calendar year for Australia since the early 1970s. So you can mix that all up and throw it in the air. At the end of the day, it was it's enthralling. Enthralling might be overstating it a bit, but it was an intriguing chess match. But Martin, it may not have been the most high-quality game of chess.
And we were singing hymns and arias, land of my fathers, I don't know.
Consecutively without making errors, and you know, for a team with those players in to play like that, I'm slightly, as I said, speechless.
So, Wales have done the impossible, winning their first 2 test games. The first 2 test games. We haven't done that in a very long time. We are gearing up for the World Cup. We are gearing up for the Six Nations. We are gearing up to try and do something. And I'm not going to lie, it's going to be interesting to see what happens over the rest of the Autumn Internationals and going into the Six Nations itself. I enjoyed this game. I mean, it wasn't a absolutely fun, thrilling, you know, try-scoring game like it was in Murrayfield earlier today, but it was a very entertaining game to watch. It was a real chess match. I'm happy that Wales came out on top, but I also know that Australia are definitely no pushovers. They played well. They kept making the mistakes, and so did Wales as well. But Wales able to get the positioning and the penalties to, you know, just put us ahead. They just put us ahead. And when you look at it, Australia in the first half, they should have got an easy try. They knocked it on. Wales with Halfpenny, you know, 2 kicks. You would expect Halfpenny to kick over any day of the week. He misses both of them, so that would have been an extra 6 points. So it's all what ifs, but the end result is Wales have beaten Australia, and this is going to be great momentum moving forward now against Tonga next week and South Africa to end the Autumn Internationals. And you know, I'm positive that the Six Nations is going to be highly contested. If England can, you know, come back and, you know, compete at a level that they once were great at, you know, competing at a level that they were fantastic at, it will be fantastic for international rugby. But this is where I am gonna have to end the stream right now. You know, we've had some good rugby, some good gaming, and good sportsmanship as well. Apart from the little scrap, lads, you know, just leave the collars alone. Leave the collars alone. But it has been very entertaining. I've been Mike. You've been watching my live reaction to the Wales-Australia game, and I shall catch you next week for Wales versus Tonga, and hopefully the Scottish game as well. And we'll see you then. Good luck to everyone who still has to play. You know, good luck to Ireland and good luck to France later tonight. And oh well, we'll catch you in the next one. Peace.